Hello my lovely friends, welcome to my channel, welcome back if you've been here before. My name is Kat and today we're doing a very exciting video. I mean, exciting for me because I've been really looking forward to doing this. It might not be exciting for you, but I am going to be depotting my beautybay EYN 42 colour matte palette, and I'm going to be putting some magnetic tape on the back of these shadows, and then I'm going to be putting them into this empty magnetic palette here. I got this magnetic palette from AliExpress. It has 3 little sections and I'm very excited to do this. It just means that I will have a whole selection of colourful matte eyeshadows to go with any of my shimmery singles. Like, I've got a whole order from Shine by SD on its way, and I wanted some shadows to play with those, like multi-chromes, duochromes, etc. I do have some single shadows as well that are also depotted from other eyeshadow palettes. Let me get those for you. So I have 2 other magnetic palettes. I have this carroty palette, which is full of depotted shadows that I turned into this grungy palette. I have a video of me making this and also a video of me depotting a bunch of shadows. I will try and remember to link those in the bio and in the eye for you. So that's what's in this palette. And then in this one we have another load of depotted singles. There's no real rhyme or reason to this one, and I think I actually could get rid of a few, like this beige and this beige I'm not going to use, and I have some repeats, so I might declutter some of these as well. But this is what we're working with today. I don't know how easy this is going to be. I tried to take out this white eyeshadow and it did crumble, but I don't mind because I'm not going to keep this white eyeshadow. I'm also not going to keep this black, this grey, this brown, or this beige. This beige is really nice for, I found, if I start doing an eyeshadow look, I don't like how it looks, and I take it off but there's still some staining. This shadow works really well to kind of cover that staining up. This one's not dark enough to do it, but this one does cover it up quite nicely. But these other mattes I don't really need. I do want to keep a black just because a black is a good one to have, and I already have browns. Like, I already have browns, so I don't need this one. And I don't use this palette for the neutrals. I use this palette for all of these colourful mattes, and those are what I want to keep. I'm probably not going to keep this custard cream shadow either because it's like a really weird shimmery cream colour and I never use it. It's the one shimmer in this palette. It's just a bit odd to me. So yeah, we're not going to keep this one, but everything else I think we're going to keep. So what I've done, I don't know how well it's going to work, but I put this eyeshadow palette on the radiator and I heated it up a little bit with a hairdryer. So I'm hoping that it's melted the glue a little bit and it might make it a bit easier to take out some of these shadows. So let's get into it. I'm very excited to do this. I've been talking about it for bloody ages. Kelvin and Poppy are very happy that I'm finally just getting on and doing it. So let's get into it. I'm probably going to speed most of this process up and maybe talk intermittently, but I want this to be quite a chilled out, relaxing kind of video. So let's go. Okay, we're already getting some cracking, so I think I might have to go about this a different way. I think I'm gonna have to take off this because I'm not going to keep this palette, so I think I'm going to have to go and get an X-Acto knife or a craft knife and take this off, so give me a second. Okay, so I just grabbed this craft knife. It's Poppy's craft knife. So I'm just going to work on taking off this top section, and then that should make it a lot easier to depot these shadows. You probably shouldn't try this at home. This is not very safe, just so you know. So all I've managed to do is separate the mirror from the palette, but that's fine. That might make this a little bit easier. So now we're just left with this blue outside. So I'm gonna try and sort of cut away at this as well. This is a proper DIY project. I know that they still make this palette, but they don't make it with this packaging. I'm not quite sure how they've changed it, to be honest. But I want to try my best not to destroy these shadows because they are some of my favourite like colourful matte shadows. So if I can avoid that, I would be very pleased. I'm just fully like destroying this packaging. It's quite satisfying. Let's start with a shade that I'm like not bothered about. Okay, that came out quite easy. Clean the shadows as we go, because look, that was all underneath this shadow. The pans are interesting. Look at that. Very interesting. But we have one successful depot. One successful. So let's keep it going and see if we can continue this. Maybe now there's not as much that it has to get past. It will, oh, let's go, let's do this. Oh, amazing. This is exactly what I wanted to, this is where I wanted to get to, like these like bare bones. So it's literally just where it's glued on the cardboard, because then we can wiggle right underneath the glue. Ooh, rather than trying to pull it up, we can just sort of like get underneath. So let's try and get as much of this up as we can. I got a lot of it up. I think I'm going to try and get all of these off and then we'll continue with the rest, just because I want to, if I can get them all out of the way, then I can really lift it up. So this pink I've already broken a little bit, so I might have to let this one go, which makes me quite sad because I like this pink. Or how do people repress matte eyeshadows? I don't know. I mean, yeah, you can see that that's quite broken. Let me open out this white, and yeah, we lost pretty much all of it. I cannot, I could maybe keep the rest. I'll think about it. I'll think about it for now. It is a really cute light pink, but I mean, it's not as if we don't have these pinks as well. Let's get rid of all of this. I should have brought a rubbish bag in with me, but I didn't. I'll sort it out afterwards. Let's start. I'm going to start sort of like wiggling them because I can feel that the glue is quite loose. So there's that one. Look, that's perfect. Completely unscathed, unaffected, unbroken. So that's pretty cool. This orange is one of my favourite oranges in my collection. I used to wear it as blush all the time. Oh, lovely. I highly encourage people to play with their collection in this kind of way because, as I mentioned in my other depotting video, like, this is your makeup. You've bought it. You can do what you like with it. You don't have to keep it in the palette if you don't want to. And that's been quite freeing, really, like, just to be like, this is mine. I can do whatever the hell I want to it. And even though I make videos, like, there are certain palettes that people just don't look for, and this is definitely one of them. Like, I did a 3 looks 1 palette with this palette, and it's probably my best 3 looks 1 palette. I did such fantastic looks in there. Like, I'm not to toot my own horn or anything, but those looks are brilliant, and I just feel like it doesn't have the views it deserves. I will try and remember to link it up in the eye now, because I'm talking about it, but it is a great video and I was very proud of it. Oh, am I getting eyeshadow on my sleeve? I hope not, it's in the new dress. Yeah, especially if you're new viewers of mine, please go and check that video out because it's great. It's a great video. You can see what shades I've used the most because there's not like really a B in them anymore. Like this one, this blue, this purple, this blue. Like, I've used them so much. Like, this is the most used. I've got 3 rainbow palettes. I've got the Stacey Marie Carnival one, and I've got the Ace Beauté Slice of Paradise. But this is definitely my most used. I don't want to like bend the pan because then I will break the eyeshadow, and I don't want to do that. There's another one. Lovely. We're almost at a point where I'm gonna have to continue ripping the cardboard. I might actually keep the grey because I don't have any other greys, and you never know, one day I might need to use one, so it might just be a good idea to have one matte grey in my collection. My fingers are always absolutely filthy after these kinds of videos. I'm glad so many of you enjoyed my other depotting video. It was such a joy for me to film, so I'm so glad so many of you liked it. I really enjoy these kind of like overhead videos. I wish there was a way for me to do it more so you were like parallel above, but my setup just doesn't really allow for that. But it's not bad. Like, I don't think this setup is bad. So yeah, I like that I did my nails all nice for this video, because obviously you're just seeing my hands, and now I'm just gonna like ruin these nails. Let's get into wiggling some more of these pans. I think this would have been even easier if I had left this on the radiator for even longer. Probably would have been even easier to do. I love this blue shadow, like this tone of blue, so nice. I apologise to whoever went through all the effort to stick all these eyeshadows in this palette, because now I'm just taking them all out. This is a lovely shade as well. It's like a really raspberry pinky red. It's lovely. My filthy fingers. I'm not 100% sure where it stopped recording, but what I was talking about when it did stop recording was that I am one of the main reasons why I'm doing this is because it's going to stop me from spending a lot of money on single matte eyeshadows, because I have plenty of mattes in my collection, and what I'm hoping for this year is that I am not going to buy many, if not any, pre-made eyeshadow palettes. I have plenty. I mean, I can't guarantee anything because I don't know what's going to come out, but I really want to spend my money and my budget when I sort of restart it on special shimmery, duochrome, multi-chrome, or like really interesting matte eyeshadows. I don't want to feel like I have to build a collection of just matte eyeshadows, matte colourful eyeshadows, because that's what I use most of the time. And this just saves me a whole load of money, because then I don't need to go and buy, you know, I don't need to buy some matte green eyeshadows. I don't need to buy matte pink eyeshadows. I don't need to buy matte purple eyeshadows. I've got plenty here, and it just saves me money. And as well, you know, this isn't the only rainbow palette I have. I have two others. One of them is a bit more curated, and the other one is a giant rainbow palette. And those two both have shimmers in. So I felt like this one was more appropriate to take apart because it is just matte and it will cover all of my matte bases. So that was my kind of intention with this. Someone left a comment for a video I did, which I really want to do, or maybe it wasn't here. I think it might have been on Instagram, basically saying they'd love to see a video of what I would pack for tour, which is a great idea, and I think I'm going to do it. But this was the palette that I took on tour with me. I took this palette, and then I think I took like glitters. I don't think I took any other. Oh no, I took my Sosu Urban Bible palette as well. So but I pretty much exclusively used this because I did like pink and green eyeshadow through the whole tour. But so this has served me very well and will continue to serve me very well. Last one. Oh, that was nice and easy. And there we are. That's all the ones I want to keep. These are all the ones I'm getting rid of. I don't have a need for those, so we don't need to keep them. How satisfying. Let's get rid of this, put this in colour order just because that's fun, and then we can start putting magnets on the back. So we have 38 shadows. Yes, that's correct because I got rid of 4 and there's 42 in the palette. So we've got 38 shadows here. I don't know how many actually fit in this palette, but we should get all of them in, like easy peasy, at least in like 2 of the sections. So what I have is I bought this magnetic tape. I don't know how well this is going to work. I haven't tried it yet, but I do also have some like sticky back magnets that you can stick on the back of eyeshadows. So I'm going to try this magnet tape first, and then we will see how it works, and then we can decide what we want to do. So let's see. So I'm just going to chop off like a little square of it. And then it's like sticky back, like that. And then let's try it. I think I'm gonna start my palette with, I think I'm gonna do yellow into orange, into red, into pink, into purple, into blue, into green. I think is how I'm gonna do this palette. So I'm gonna stick, it's not sticking back. Let's press it down for a second. And now let's pop it in. Okay, so the magnet is attaching in the palette, but it's not attaching to the back of my shadow. Let's try one more time. That's better. It won't go into the corner, and I don't know why, and it's annoying me, so I might have to retape it, but we've got the first one in. So now I'm just gonna pop tape. How about we shuffle everything over here and put and then we can build it up. For some reason, I've got When I Grow Up by the Pussycat Dolls in my hair. So I'm finding it works a lot better if I just do like a little square right in the middle. They don't want to go near the edge though. Maybe that's because it is in the middle. Like they don't really want to stick next to each other. So it's not going to be the most satisfying looking palette, but that's fine. Those are my yellows into my oranges. It's annoying because there's like a little gap here. And these I think are square pans, so I don't think turning them will make a difference, maybe. Let's try it. Yeah, no, it doesn't make a difference what way they're turned, but that's not, why aren't you? Right, we're gonna have to redo this one because this bit of magnet isn't working as well as the rest, maybe because it was the end of it, I don't really know, but yellows into orange. Lovely. Now I think I'm going to do reds into pink this way, then purples into blue, and then if we can fit them, greens. I don't know if we're going to fit all of these on this. Let's have a look. Just see, like width wise, how many we can fit. Yeah, we're not going to be able to fit all of them in because I can fit 35 in, no, 28 in. Maths is not my strong point. I can fit 28 in, so we are going to have to put 10 in a different on the next, like on the next page, but oh well. So now let's go into reds into pinks. I might do reds into pinks, and then we have 4 colours here, and then I'll do purples into blues, and then like the black and the grey on the other sides. Then we have like a few colours on each a few colours on each one. So let's do the reds. So I don't know why some bits are working better than others. Probably because this tape cost me like £2, but yeah, it's much better. So those are all of the reds, and now I'm going to go into like the reddish pink, like this one here, and then we'll go into the brighter pinks. Oh, this like softer pink just completely broke in my hand, so I think we're gonna have to get rid of this one because it's just, it won't survive. It won't survive. Okay, and then the last of the pinks, we have this lovely raspberry kind of colour. And there we go. So we got 7, 14, we got 16 here. And then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We got 20. I had 38 shadows. I'm terrible at maths. But yeah, this means that we will, let me see, because I might want to, I want to kind of fill it, so let's have a look. So if we do, how good would it be if it all fit in? But no, we've still got these to go. So I think I might finish this row with these purples and then put the rest on the other side. If the bees aren't all in the same direction, they're gonna annoy me. Can you please just sit your butt down? Oh my god. I think like the magnets are like resisting each other. It's really annoying. Oh well. As long as they stay in the palette, that's all that really matters. Katie, that's all that really matters. Okay, sweetheart. If anyone else heard me talking to myself in the way that I do, they would think that I was absolute nut job. And then there we are. Yellows into oranges, into reds, into pinks, into purples. So pretty pleased with that. Oh, I need to swap them. I need the pinks to be your silly ninny. So that's this side done. Now let's go over, make sure none of the shadows fall out. Lovely. And now let's start working on this side. The only thing is, because the magnet is quite thick, the eyeshadows are kind of flush. So I don't know whether the lid is gonna like actually touch the eyeshadows. Do you know what? When I have off my no-buy and I have some money, I will buy some more of the ones that magnets that are actually made for putting on the back of non-magnetic eyeshadow pans. Yep, I've already heard one fall. I've had two fall. Hello. So, let's see, paper. I have pulled out the rest of my like little magnets that are made for eyeshadow pans because some of the purples just kept falling out. This magnetic tape is just working a lot better for some than it was for others. So I'm going to use up the rest of these magnets that I have as well. And then I will use the tape for some of them because I don't have enough to do all of them. It was the same two purple eyeshadows, which was really weird. But regardless, we're gonna finish doing this because I've now been filming for like an hour and a half-ish. And I don't want this video to be like crazy long, and I also only have 6% battery on my iPad, and that's what I use as a monitor. So we are gonna try and get this done super quick. Oh, these magnets are just so much better. I think I'm gonna have to just get some more, suck it up and buy some, rather than desperately trying to get this tape to work because it's just not working for me. And it also means that they sit a bit deeper in the palette, because there's not like a massive bit of magnet underneath, but it will do for now. Like it will do for now. Sorry, you can't see what I'm doing because all I'm doing is struggling to get the paper off the back because of my false nails. That looks so good. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get some more of these magnets because that looks amazing. That's it for the nice magnets. Oh no, that one just cracked. This one just cracked. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that one just cracked and broke. I think I'm gonna, it's very similar to this one. So I think I'm just gonna get rid of it. And then that means I can use this magnet on this. I'm gonna get rid of this one because the other one looks exactly the same. So I'm gonna keep this one. And then I just need to put magnet tape on the grey and the black, and that's it. Okay, so now it's my new palette. Let's have a look. So we've got all of the warm tones in this side. So I'm going to use that as an excuse that like we've got some missing. We've got all the warm tones, and then over on this side we've got a bunch of cool tones. What I think I'm going to do is actually transfer, to fill in these gaps, transfer some of the mattes from this palette. Just so we've got all like the colour families together is what I'm thinking. So funny because this eyeshadow is a coral that was in the Colourpop I Love Sarai palette, but outside of the palette it doesn't look like a coral, like it just looks like a bright orange. So interesting. Some mattes like that, and then we can put, I've got a couple of mattes here. I don't know whether I need to keep this one now because actually I think I will. I think this is a good replacement for the one that I had to throw away. It's a bit more green than this one, and it's also got a nice bit of depth to it as well. So that one I am going to keep. And I've got this great dark emerald. Do I want to put the mattes? I think I want to keep this palette together for just a little bit longer, I think, because I still haven't done anything with like the purpley tones and this, so I want to do something with that. But I think what I'm going to do is I am going to declutter a few of these other single shadows just whilst I'm here. I think I'm going to get rid of that beige. I think I'm going to get rid of this like taupey beige. This is very similar to the beige that I kept, so I'm going to keep that, I think. So those are going to go. I've got all of these shimmers that look very, very similar. Like, they're all so similar. I like this one, which is this one here. So then we're going to keep that. See, this one's quite peachy and this one's very orange. I think I'm just going to keep them. I think I'm going to keep them. And then I've got this gorgeous teal from the I Love Sarai palette, and then I've got this from the Sarai palette as well. This is a Colourpop single, and that's a Coloured Rain single. So that gives me some more room in this palette, like especially I'm thinking of my Shine by SD shadows, they can fit in here. So yeah, that's it. I just want to have a look at this again because it's just incredibly satisfying. But that's it. That is it for this video. That is it for me depotting all of those shadows. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it wasn't boring. I hope it was entertaining. I hope it might have maybe been somewhat relaxing. Just a nice video to stick on. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please thumbs up this video and subscribe to my channel. That'd be really cool. The more thumbs up I get, the more I know that you like this kind of content. But yeah, eat good, drink good, take care of yourself, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!